All right, it is showtime. And let me just say big thank you to all of you out there, all of the coach cruisers, the island cruisers, the ocean cruisers and crew and the funnel heads and everybody else. I know we're a big cruise community, the cruise world, the moonlighters. We got all kinds of people seeing me travel. So many people to thank who've supported and participated on the channel, and yeah, it's been fabulous. We hit the 1,000. I see Will is here. Z was first. We got Frankie up here as well. I know some people are just jumping in on the chat, but again, some of you will be watching this on replay. We got Sadie over here waiting for some handouts, which I will give her happily today. We got a bunch of you jumping in here now, so let me just say hi to a couple people. Kevin has popped in now. We have Griswold, Family Vacation. Christy's here. Tim G is here. So many of you, Tim, Christy, Will, Kevin, everybody, Z, have been such great supporters and appreciate it so much. And let me just double check here to see and confirm once again. Sure enough, I don't know if you can see that there, but 2,000. We have hit the number that we were going for. Now, we had two goals this year and, prior to the new year, and that was to hit 2,000 subscribers before the beginning of the year. That was the first goal. Then I got to thinking, it's a unique number and a unique opportunity with the new year coming and it being, 2023. Like, why not go for 2023 before 2023 hits? So that is the new goal, or the second goal. Now that we've reached the first goal of hitting 2,000 before 2023, we're going to go for 2023 before 2023. And look at that. We have Frankie and Christy jumping in with super chats, which will segue to the next thing. We'll talk about these super chats here. We got Frankie again. Let me mark Frankie down, and we have Christy. So Frankie, your numbers here, 30 and 31. And then Christy, 32 through 41. Yoli is here. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. What is going on? Yoli and everybody was just messaging. We have Rayleigh Creative Travel. We have Michael here. The Cruise World is here. They were just on with us last week. We got Tim G jumping in. Thank you for that, Tim. Let me get Christie's up here because I haven't shown that yet. And Sadie's like, you just got 2 super chats and you haven't given me anything. So this is for Christy. And you got one coming from Tim, and when you finish that, thank you too for that. So yeah, for those of you that don't know or new to the channel, anytime I get like a $10 super chat, Sadie gets a big treat that takes her about 5 minutes to chew up. So she's very happy with that. And if there is anybody that does a $20 super chat, I have a nice bottle of bourbon here, and basically you buy me a shot. And then what I tried to give back, and let me mark Tim's numbers down. Tim, you are 42 through 53, and I got a good feeling we're going to get to 100 today. So real quick, the numbers from last week, we had Tex has 1 and 2. Derek from Island Time has numbers 3 through 12. Rick has 13 through 17. Frankie has numbers 18 and 19. Tim G, 20 through 29. Frankie again, 30 and 31. Christy just now, Frankie just now 30, 31. Christy 32 through 41. And Tim G, 42 through 53. And so if I go and I draw your corresponding number, those numbers that I just called out, once we reach 100, then I send you a t-shirt. And I'm happy to say the cruise coming up, the 2 cruises, I have a 5-day and a 4-day on the Breeze coming up. So many people are fired up about that cruise as well as I am. that they bought in a lot of t-shirts. So I'm going to have to put a new order in. We've actually run out of sizes 2X and 3X, and we're running low on a few other sizes. So that's a good thing, though. So that's a good problem to have. I see Fireball Steve is here. He is also in that group going on the Carnival Breeze. And Will, I saw, by the way, Will, because I know Will G is here. Will was supposed to be on the cruise, then he wasn't. And then I saw today, Will, that you signed up for the bar crawls. I don't know if that's just you being supportive or whether you're back on the ship. I hope you're back on the ship. We have Cruise Nuts here. Cruise World is saying, hey there, Danny and Blaine. Z is here, and Z just messaged me a while back, and we were talking about all the flight cancellations, which we will get into in just a little bit. But I think that's it. I think we're about caught up. Everybody knows how the super chats work. Again, Frankie, Christy, Tim, thank you so much for that. And this is Mr. Tim's super chat. So high five for Tim. And you keep busy for a little while. And I appreciate that, you two, because my arm hasn't even been scratched yet. And we're about 6 minutes in. So that's pretty good. Okay, so a lot to cover. I know all of you have probably been following the news. First, we had the news, around Christmas time of the polar vortex hitting the entire nation pretty much, right? I mean, places that are otherwise very warm were getting below freezing temperatures, all over the nation. So I know that was difficult for, a lot of the southern states that aren't, don't have the power grids and such to, be ready for that type of weather. And I know Derek was sharing, that in Arkansas, there were a lot of people with power outages. They said they wouldn't get back on power for a couple of days and things like that. So it was a big mess down there. And then came news shortly after of all the flight delays and all the flight cancellations, particularly one airline, Southwest, which I just so happen to have a ticket for. Now, a couple people in my group, one I think is coming from Missouri, and Derek and Amanda coming from Arkansas. I hope you can't hear Sadie chewing in the background. She is right under the microphone on the floor. So apologies if you hear her smacking away on her treat there. But unfortunately, their flights were canceled, and they got word of that yesterday, I believe it was. And so they, threw caution to the wind, and rather than just hope for their flights to find another flight, it looks like they're going to be driving down. So they're going to make sure they get there that way. Now, in my situation, the particular flight I'm booked on is a nonstop flight. It is also Southwest, but that particular flight 2 days ago, it went out several hours delayed, but it made it there. Today, that same flight made it to Houston 9 minutes late. So the last 2 days, the flight is gone, no problems. It has made it, and I'm hopeful that trend continues. It was very delayed, just slightly delayed today. Hopefully it'll be on time tomorrow. But honestly, I'd be more than happy to be 9 minutes late if it ensured that we got there and everything went smooth. So I'm very hopeful for our particular flight thing. But I know a lot of people out there are in some dire straits over what is going to happen, and probably some cancellations. I hope for anybody out there that, well, I know first and foremost you want to cruise more than anything else. So anybody that's in that situation, heart goes out to you, and I hope you can arrange, some type of situation that will get you there. Like I say, if your flight's been canceled, I wouldn't count on being able to get another flight. If it's possible for you to drive, then I absolutely would advise that. In my situation, I was just sharing with some of the people in our group that, we're kind of stuck. If they were to cancel our flight last minute, I don't know if there'd be enough time to be able to drive down, because it's about a 20-hour drive from Chicago to Galveston here. So, and that's assuming that, everything goes smooth. So we're just hoping that everything goes okay tomorrow. And if it does, you might get another live uh, at a bar somewhere, maybe Willie G's, with us celebrating the fact that the whole group made it down and stuff. So that's the situation there. All right. So if all goes well, Anita and I will be in Houston about 3:30 tomorrow, and we'll get our bags. We got a lot of shirts packed that people have purchased for the bar crawls and stuff, and we will be taking those down with us, of course. And then we hope to make it to Galveston by around 4:30, and then we have a big group of about a dozen people that we're all planning to have a great time with over the next 5 days, celebrating New Year's and the like. So that is the plan for tomorrow. And so then on Thursday, we have the early boarding. We're in the A01 boarding zone, and hope to get on about 10:30 if all goes well, and let the party begin. Now, we have the cheers package like we always do. The one thing that's goofy about Galveston and that first day is your cheers package doesn't work. They don't charge you for it, but it doesn't work. So you got to buy your drinks or take advantage of that one bottle of wine they allow you to bring on. So that's the plan there. Let me catch back up with all the people that had jumped into chat, because I know we have a few. Like I said, Cruise Nuts was here, Griswold. Danny D, the super supporter, came from Crystal Destination Delights. Nice to meet you. Frankie Floyd is saying hi to Fireball Steve. Griswold. All right, you're all making friends with one another. And Cruise Nuts, I hope you saw the message from Mark of Cruise World. He said to shoot him a message. So if you didn't, I'm giving it to you twice. All right. Okay. So that's it. And I explained these super chats, but Danny, thank you for that. Sadie thanks you. Her name is Sadie. And the little emoji actually almost looks like Sadie. So, yeah, so the super chats, again, for those people that came in late, I see we got about 25 people on right now. We have 53 slots out of the 100 slots taken, and no super chat is too small. You can do as little as $1 and as much as you want after that. And basically, every $100 worth of super chats, every dollar is assigned a number. So, for example, if somebody were to super chat $1 right now, the next assigned number will be 54. And then if I happen to draw 54, if that's your number, what I do is I say on my phone, "Hey Siri, give me a random number 1 through 100." And if she calls your number, then you get a T-shirt. I send it to you, and you just tell me what size and what color you want, and we take care of it. And that's that. Okay, so the cruise itself, the Carnival Breeze, because I know we have a few people tuned in from the Carnival Breeze that I will be cruising with, my cruise mates. So it is a 5-day cruise. As everybody has already been informed, it is going out of Galveston. We are on the Carnival Breeze. And it is, obviously that first day is a sea day. The second day is a sea day. And then we get to Cozumel, Mexico. So the plan for Cozumel, Mexico, that actually ends up being New Year's Eve that we will be in Cozumel, Mexico. And our big group, at least I think most of our big group, is going to Paradise Beach. For those of you that don't know what Paradise Beach is, it's not just a beach. It is an all-inclusive beach. So it's like Mr. Sancho's, which many of you may have heard of, where basically you pay a set amount of money, like $60, $65, something like that, and all of your drinks and food are included. Tacos, nachos, burritos, pretty much just about any Mexican food, fish, ceviche, you name it, they have it. Coconut shrimp. And the Paradise Beach has been, I guess, one of the main competitors of Mr. Sancho's. And at least in my group, it seems like most of the people in my group favor Paradise Beach, including myself, just slightly more than Mr. Sancho's. I think the service is just a little bit better, and I think the food's better. Now there are some things I really like about Mr. Sancho's, like that first pool to the left is like the party pool, and you can have a lot of fun in there. And they obviously the drinks are right there. It's a swim up bar, so you can definitely get a good amount of liquid courage, I guess you could say, and liquid fun into your veins, and just basically have a fun time meeting people and partying with people and whoever you're there with. They also have obviously a lot of tables, lounge chairs, little cabanas and stuff for you to sit under umbrellas. The ocean's right there. They have a lot of play toys and things that they actually charge for those. But you can sneak and get on one if you just want to get on one here or there. And Paradise Beach is almost identical, except instead of having two pools, two smaller pools like Mr. Sancho's does, they have one massive pool. And it's the same kind of concept, though. They have a lot of loungers and umbrellas and stuff that you sit at, and then you are waited on hand and foot by the great wait staff that they have there at Paradise Beach, just like you would at Mr. Sancho's. The thing I like about Paradise Beach is you aren't being bothered by near the number of solicitors. Seems like you get bothered by a number of solicitors when you're at Mr. Sancho. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll be at Paradise Beach. And like I say, it's going to be a lot of fun there. Let me just say again, all the people just joining us, cheers to all of you that are subscribed and have helped us, reach this point. But we just literally minutes before we went live today, we hit 2,000 subscribers. So cheers to all of you. And I don't have any guests on yet, so I'm having to talk a lot. And that's okay. I'm pretty good at doing that. So Cruise Nut says wine is extra if you drink wine not included in the all-inclusive, but beer is 40-ounce bottles. Yes, Cruise Nut's good point, and I didn't know that about wine at Paradise Beach. And Fireball Steve, thank you. Let me put that up on the screen. Maybe that way I won't have to repeat it. So yeah, I didn't know that about wine. I don't drink a lot of wine on the beach, but I know, some chilled wine, white wine that many people are fond of. And Tim, yeah, I'm going to get to that in just a little bit. Okay. So wine is extra. And is that on both all-inclusives, or is that just Paradise Beach Cruise Nuts? And then Cruise Nuts also mentioned the 40-ounce bottles. That's another thing that I like better about Paradise Beach over Mr. Sancho's. Now, Sancho's will bring you an individual can, but the oops, hold on 1 second here. Thought I lost you. But Paradise Beach, they give you these giant bottles. It's seriously like a 40-ounce bottle of beer. The first time I went there, I went with a friend of mine that actually lives in Cozumel. Dive with Meg. Anybody interested in scuba diving can get you a great deal with Meg, who works as a scuba dive instructor and actually teaches others how to be instructors. So she's like a dive master, I think is what she's called. But she lives down there, and we went together for the first time. And I just was laughing out loud when they handed me that beer, because it's like a 40. I felt like I was in college again. So it was very cool. We got Kurt here from CME Traveling, and I just got a Christmas card from them. And thank you again for that, you two. And Kurt and Marcia there. And then Cruise Nuts, congrats on the 2,000. Thank you very much. Cruise Nuts says Paradise Beach only in reference to the wine. So that is, I guess, a little drawback of Paradise Beach if you're a wine drinker. If you're not a wine drinker, I guess it wouldn't affect you any at all. Now, Tim is mentioning something else that I wanted to talk about. So after we get back from Paradise Beach, remember that is New Year's Eve. So I was a little concerned, honestly, about booking an all-inclusive. And I probably will be drinking more beer there than anything else. I'm sure we'll get into a little bit of trouble, but we don't want to get into too much trouble at Paradise Beach because, like I say, that is New Year's Eve. And aside from it being New Year's Eve and, obviously wanting to bring in the new year, they're going to have a wonderful dinner in the main dining room. I honestly, I forget everything that's on it, but one thing I can tell you that's on it is ribeye because I am a steak eater. And originally we had the steakhouse reserved, but because the menu looked so tantalizing in the MDR, we're like, okay, why are we going to pay $45 for the steakhouse when we can go to the MDR and we can get a ribeye for free? We can get a couple ribeyes. So that is the plan. We're going to eat in the MDR. And Tim says he wants to see pictures of your 20s outfits. If you saw the thumbnail picture for today's video, you saw Anita, my wife, and her 20s outfit. She did a trial test run. There is an accessory or two that we added to her outfit. And I have my outfit. I don't look near as good as she does in hers, but yeah, I do have a 20s outfit. I got a fedora hat and all of that. So we'll definitely be taking a lot of pictures. I'm sure I'll make a video for that. I'm of course going to do the vlogs like I always do. So for those of you that are interested in the Carnival Breeze and have an upcoming cruise on the Carnival Breeze, make sure you are subscribed. If you're not one of the 2,000 subscribers we have now, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will get all of the Carnival Breeze content that you can handle for a while. I try to put out a vlog every day that I'm on the cruise, and it will be a lot of fun. As Z just points out, he wishes he could be on that cruise, and absolutely, it will be a ton of fun. Christy says, what are all the colors of your t-shirts? Blue, lime green, and pink is what I have. Christy, I have a yellow now. I have a black. And as a matter of fact, I only have a black medium. I have one black medium left. I have, oh, you have the pink, lime. Okay, blue. Yeah, so the only one I have right now that you don't have is yellow and then black. And I think that's it. So yeah, you're pretty much covered. Just the yellow and black would be all you need, and you would have 5. I did have some orange, but I sold out of that. But let me know if there's a particular color that you really like. Let me know because I'm gonna have to put another order in, and if it's a color that I think people will like. I'm surprised how many people want black. So I have the Charlie's Angels. Angie comes on here a lot. She's the one that bakes the cakes and stuff. They already pre-ordered 3 black shirts for the next order. So I already have 3 orders or a bunch of black shirts that I'll be sending out to them. So yeah, that'll definitely be part of the next order. And the blue has been, the sapphire blue has been probably the most popular color. So that's where we're at with the shirts. And yeah, the Roaring 20s thing, that's going to be a lot of fun. Anita and I did that on our own a couple years back for the Carnival Horizon. They have a show called Vintage Pop, and it's actually, they do a lot of cover songs from the current years, but it's a 20s theme. So that just happened to be dress up day too. So we're like, you know what? Why don't we dress up like the 20s? And so we did. And that was, during like another New Year's Eve cruise, like a year or two ago. And we had a lot of fun with that. So Lido Tito, and they are actually all the way down, already down in Texas. Oh, Christy says purple. Yeah, that's an idea, Christy. I like that idea. I could look into the purple. We have TikTok Sandy who just checked in. I will add her to the broadcast here in just a bit. But yeah, the Roaring 20s, I mean, I think it's really cool. I don't know how many of you have seen pictures on any cruise groups of other, groups that have done this, but, it's fun getting involved in some of these themes. I know Carnival, oh, there's Yoli. And Yoli, you just bought me a shot in addition to and Sadie's starting to scratch up my arm. So let's give a high five for Yoli and Andrew here. And there's your treat. And let me mark your number down here, Yoli. She did a super chat. So that is 54 through 73. 54 through 73. So we are only 27 away from doing the next drawing here. Let me get my shot ready, and let me bring on TikTok Sandy here, because in addition, there she is. What's up, Sandy?
Hi.
In addition to us hitting 2,000, Sandy got the TikTok above 1,000 a little while ago, actually, and we have the Facebook group is about 19 shy of 1,000. So we're starting to hit a lot of these milestones, and I always feel like you hit that 1,000 mark, or in this case 2,000. It's some validity to the channel for sure. So yeah, why don't you tell us what's going on with TikTok, Sandy, and I'll pour this shot that Yoli bought for me.
So with the holidays, I have been a little slow. And so I started working on a Christmas New Year's one, so I'll finish that up and post it hopefully in the next 2 to 3 days, and that one's going to be a fun one. I want to make sure that I get it up before December 31st.
Cool.
So I have I've got you in two places. I've got you on my laptop because I can't see the chat and the video when I'm only using my phone.
Okay, no worries. What's the one that you're going to put out before the 31st? What's that involve?
That one's going to be a consolidation of a whole bunch of fun stuff that that you've sent me throughout the year. Since August.
Okay, so yeah, for those of you that don't know, or maybe you're on here the first time, so Sandra and I, we met on the Horizon last summer, and she went on the bar crawls and everything, and was hanging out with Anita and I, and we were talking about the channel and the site and everything, and she said, well, you're on TikTok, and I was like, well, I have a TikTok, but I was like, I have like one video on there that I did with the dog, I was like, I don't have time to keep up with, teaching, coaching, YouTube, Facebook, and, I just don't have time to work on another site. She's like, oh, I love doing TikToks. And so I was like, if you send me your content, I'd get you some videos. Or I'm like, of course, I'd turn that deal down, so. So she's done that, and she's put out a couple dozen videos, I think.
I think the last time I checked, I had like 37 up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 dozen up there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing up the other one that I started it, like, I don't know, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I have not been able to get back and touch it, not one bit. I've just been swamped, and the holidays, and then I've got 4 birthdays in this week. So
that'll keep
got a lot
busy.
Going on. Yeah,
between Christmas
and I am not a cold weather person, so that really slows me down too.
Who are the unlucky 4 that have birthdays right around Christmas?
My twins are tomorrow. They'll be 22, and my grandson's on the 31st, and my other grandson's on the 1st.
Oh, wow. Well, tell them happy birthday. I always hear people that have birthdays around Christmas, they just hate it. They're like,
yeah, they do.
They always complain, like they get those consolidated gifts, like this is your birthday and your Christmas gift.
Yeah, especially as they get older. It's, hey, here you go. It's all in one.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad. And unfortunately, you don't get much choice when you're born. You're just born when you're born. You don't get to pick your birthday date. So
yeah. So I was lucky enough to be born around spring break. So that's always been a party.
I'm born, being in the Midwest near the end of February. February 20th is my birthday. So I'm in that cold weather month. My sister got lucky. She was born on June 25th. So she definitely got the better draw as far as birthdays go.
Yeah.
Um, but
Hey, so not to change the subject, but since I joined late, did you get the 2,000th subscriber?
yes, yes, we did,
Yay!
and that's I got Yoli's super chat up there, and yeah, congrats on 2K. Several people have offered congratulations today. We hit the 2,000. I mean, literally minutes before. And the thing about I mean, as a creator, for those people out there that I don't know if you have any interest in this or not, but um, it's funny. Like I'll refresh my phone when you have a goal, you know, I'm looking at my phone all the time and I'll hit the refresh button on the little thing that shows me how many subscribers and then, a couple hours later I check it again and sometimes it doesn't change at all. There's been a couple days in the past couple weeks where I didn't gain a single subscriber. And as I mentioned, I had the goal of hitting 2023 before 2023, and that's going to take some work because we're just at 2,000 now, so that's going to go right down to the wire. But yeah, sometimes you get discouraged. You don't see any new subscribers, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? Or I need to do this, or I need to do that. And it does. You think about it a lot, but yeah, I've been. Honestly, everybody, again, thank you because we hit 2,000 in a year and a half. And that's for somebody that puts out the number of videos that I put out. That's, I mean, it's supposed to take that long to get 1,000 subscribers. So we've kind of doubled the pace, for YouTube. So yeah, very, very thankful to all of you that have shown a lot of support, and I'm glad you like the content, and some of you I'm looking at, Tim here. Tim's been a big supporter. Appreciate, and Fireball Steve and Christy and Cruise Nuts and just everybody. So many of you have just been big supporters and continue to come back time after time for the lives and just to hang out and we've met each other on cruises in a lot of cases. And sometimes we haven't, but it's just been a lot of fun. So thank you, everybody. And were you wanting to say something else, Sandra? I looked like you were ready to say something.
I'm just so excited. I mean, just talking about it when we met on that cruise and how you're, trying to get all your subscribers up by the end of the year and it's actually happened. So good job.
Yeah.
Happy
Well,
for you.
Thank you. And I mean, it's honest. I'm one of those type of people too that I have to set goals because if I don't have goals, I'm not driven to do much. It's like I kind of and thank you, Ted. So for example, I hit this 2,000 now, and then it's like, okay, what's the next one? All right, 2023. Now we got to push these next few days to try to make sure we hit that target. And then, I'm thinking, okay, then the next target after that, we're going to have 2,500. So what are we going to have to average? And, what type of work are we going to have to put in to make that happen? Yeah. And that's kind of what keeps me going. If I don't have, like I say, if I don't set goals for myself, I just sit there like a lump and, I got to do something to motivate myself. And that's kind of what works. Christy says, wearing your shirt on the celebration. I had a bunch of people ask me about it, so I talked you up. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, and I thank you for that, Christy, because I do have a lot of pride. When we go on these bar crawls and stuff, and I see everybody wearing the shirt and the logo and everything, it does. It's it's a prideful moment, I guess, when you see a bunch of people having fun and they're wearing your brand or your logo, and just kind of people start noticing, like, oh, and then I do, I'll get people come up to me on the ship, and I tell people at work and people I know, just casually, how funny it is to me because in everyday setting, I'm just like everybody else. I have a regular job and, I'm working and putting the time in and trying to pay all the bills and the mortgage and dealing with, like we just had a not a pipe burst, but something close to that as we came in yesterday. And, there's water all over the floor and dealing with the problems that everybody has to deal with, especially in this type of weather, right? And
Yeah.
but when I go on a cruise ship sometime, because people are familiar with my videos and stuff, it's almost like, I don't want to say a mini celebrity, but it's a little bit like that. I kind of overhear conversations, like I was telling Anita the other day. I remember being on Alchemy, the Alchemy bar, this most recent cruise, and I overheard like a teenager, maybe somebody in her early 20s, saying to what I think was her mom, it's like, "Hey, I've seen that guy before." And then I heard the mom say back, "That's Coach Cruz." It's just kind of funny to me that, it's people, like on a cruise ship, and, especially a Carnival cruise ship, you see people that kind of know you.
You're a
And
celebrity.
yeah. And then the coffee, the other thing I got just laughed out loud about was the coffee shop, the cafe, the Java Blue on the Magic. I'd gone there all week, and that's my morning ritual. I always start off with going to the Java Blue and getting, a coffee. And toward the end of the cruise, the girl and a couple of girls that were back there, like, would you take a selfie with us? And, I just thought it was the cutest thing and hilarious. And like, yeah, give me their phone, and, I took a selfie with them. So it's a lot of fun. But, it's just like, I'm a normal person like everybody else, but, I get on a cruise ship and everybody has a good time and we all have fun together. So that's all good. Let's see here. We got Fireball Steve. Cruise Nut says it gets overwhelming. Yeah. I mean, it really does. It's just, I'm thinking I've been busy all day packing, getting ready for going on this cruise, trying to get stuff done around the house. And then I'm thinking to myself, I haven't put out a video, like a normal video, in a couple weeks. And I was like, I got to get something out there, partly because, we got, earlier today, I was thinking, we haven't hit our 2000 and we want to hit 2023. So we got to get a video out there and try to get a few more subscribers. So yeah, Cruise Nuts, absolutely. It does get overwhelming. Tim says you're getting out there in the world. I'm trying, Tim. I'm trying. Z Show Cruise Fun is a cruise creator, supporter, and most definitely an alcoholic. I've never met somebody that's more proud of being an alcoholic than Z. Z brags about being an alcoholic more than any alcoholic I've ever known. He says, I just want to know, how was your Christmas, Coach? And send her, how was your Christmas weekend? My Christmas was great. Small family, gathering, but, hung out with my sister, my stepmom, my nephew and niece, and a few other people. And yeah, we had a good time, just catching up. My stepbrother, Matt, was there, and I talked with my other stepbrother, and yeah, it was cool. So I appreciate that. Cruise Net says, yes, get good coffee on cruises. That's another reason to get the Cheers package. For those people that don't know the Cheers package, or if you're debating that was one of the things I didn't know when I first bought it. I'd heard about the 15 drinks. So a buddy of mine, we purchased it. And I think this was the second time I had purchased it. I thought you got 15 drinks total, like including non-alcohol drinks, the first time or two that I purchased the Cheers package. So if you never purchased the Cheers package, you get unlimited non-alcohol drinks. So you could have 100 gourmet coffees if you want. And those gourmet coffees, I think, are around $4 each or $3.50, something like that. Yeah, so you could get that. I mean, you could get Gatorades, you could get, cans of pop, you can get bottles of water. Speaking of bottles of water, one thing not everybody knows, those big bottles of water, you can't go to, say, Java Blue and get a big bottle of water. They'll charge you $3.50 or $4, whatever they cost now, for it if you buy it there. But in the main dining room, you can get a big bottle of water, and just there, it's included in your Cheers package. Some specialty restaurants I found will, allow that as well. But a lot of times when I'll go to the main dining room, I'll tell the server right away, like, hey, I want 2 big bottles of water, you know, to go with. And they'll do the 5 minute thing because you can only order a drink every 5 minutes, and but you're in the main dining room so long that that's not an issue. But they'll bring the 2 big bottles of water out there, and then you have plenty of water for your room, and whether you're going to the beach the next day or whatever the case may be. So you want to definitely take advantage of that Cheers package for all it's worth. And I've seen other people do things like they'll bring like one of those Yeti cups or Yeti uh, things with a lid, and then they'll get a couple drinks before they get off the ship, and they pour it into that Yeti. And then so if you're not going to hit your 15 over the course of the day, rather than spending $8 at the bar, for a couple drinks, you got a couple drinks right there with you, and you can save some money that way. So you want to maximize anything that you can get as far as the Cheers package goes. So let's see here. And Sandra,
So
yeah,
I didn't buy the Cheers package, remember? And I was like, oh man, I should have bought it because they're like, there's no way I'm going to drink all that.
right. Well,
There's
yeah,
no way I'm going to drink all those drinks, and I did. And so I ended up with a bill bigger than it would have been with the Cheers package. But the other thing too is because I was cruising solo, and I thought that I was going to have to pay the price for 2 people, but apparently that can be adjusted, and I didn't know that. So next time I cruise solo, I'll definitely make sure
you,
that they adjust that
you,
price.
you know what? That cruise that I was supposed to go on, me and a buddy were supposed to do that cruise together, and the last minute he had to cancel because of some people that got let go at work and things like that. And so his Cheers package had already been purchased. I purchased it, and then he was just going to pay me back. And then I'm like, okay, now I got to go through the process of trying to get this refund. So I went to guest services right away, and I said, look, I had, 2 people purchased, and well, I got my money back. I just got it back like last week though, and that cruise was over Thanksgiving.
Oh wow.
Sent me a virtual gift card or whatever. So, I mean, it could be a situation like that, where I don't know if you book solo, like if they would say that you need to purchase, but you could put like probably a ghost person down and purchase 2, and then it's like, oh yeah, they cancel on me, whatever. But I gotta believe
And
you.
drink 30 drinks in one day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I gotta believe you. You should be able to. I mean, purchase one. That seems
Yeah, you can. So, but I didn't know that until towards the end of the cruise already. So,
okay.
now I know that if I cruise solo again, that price can be adjusted for one instead of two.
Right. And Ronnie, you are very welcome. And I wish more people would have taken me up on, I tried to, some people that had ordered shirts, I still had a couple of those addresses on file. But yeah, I mean, next Christmas, I would like to try to keep that tradition up as long as I can. I was writing a lot of addresses down and stuff on the, sending out Christmas cards and stuff. But I still had some cards left over. I thought I'd go through them all, and yeah, not everybody messaged me that I thought might message me with their address, so I couldn't send everybody that I wanted to a Christmas card. But like I said, I wanted to thank everybody for showing that support that you have through watching the videos and doing these lives and everything. So yeah, let's see here. What is water? Oh, Z. What is water? What is water? I've never heard of that drink. Yeah, you should try it sometime. See, it's doesn't have a lot of flavor, but it's surprisingly good and refreshing. And you can usually find it at an attractive price, much cheaper than the Fireball that you go by right now. Ronnie, thank you. Ronnie says he's getting here a little bit late, but he made it. Though I thought we lost you there. So, okay, I have a question. So we were talking about themes earlier, And as I'm going, and Anita is going to embrace a theme on this particular cruise, and it's not a scheduled theme that Carnival normally does. But one of the normal excursions or normal themes that Carnival does, well, we have the 80s night. We have and Anita's sure. Anita's asking if she's okay to come in. Sadie's like, I'm not giving up my seat. There's snacks on them.
Hey, sister.
They can't see. You gotta be in the
Hi, Anita.
It's okay to be my robe.
Sadie's like, I'm not giving up my seat. There's snacks over here. Yeah, so I told Anita, I was like, well, we hit 2,000 today. You gotta make an appearance and at least say hi. So everybody, you got to see Anita for like 5 seconds. So that's more than normal.
They can't see us.
Yeah, because you got to be in the green light. See, if you would participate more, you would know these things. So yeah, but again, everybody, thanks again for the 2,000. I'm anxious to see what we have going on next. But the question I had, Yoli says, hi, Anita, good to see you.
Aw.
And yeah, you can see her hand, Yoli. She doesn't want to lean over.
There you go.
I saw you for a second.
Try to get in there. There. Okay.
There we go. So what is your favorite theme? Is it 80s night? Is it white night? Is it some special theme that maybe you and your cruise group or your Facebook group comes up with? Like a 20s theme, like we're doing a roaring 20s theme on this particular cruise. We have Jeffrey and we have Christy saying, and Ronnie saying hello to Anita.
Hey, guys.
Jeffrey, Jamestown baseball commissioner, is new. Welcome, Jeffrey. I just subbed to your YouTube channel today. I do have a YouTube. Oh, very cool. So, Jeffrey, I'm guessing your YouTube channel has something to do with baseball. If I Will says 80s night. Yeah, Jeff, put in comments what your YouTube channel is about, what the theme is, and maybe we have a few cruisers that are, if it's, baseball, if it's Major League Baseball, exactly what it is. So Will is an 80s night person. Cruise Nuts, any theme we don't have to wear a headphone to hear the music. Okay. So Cruise Nuts is a fan of that silent. I've never tried that one where you put the headphones on and they're playing different music or whatever, and people dancing to different things. I'm actually intrigued by that, but
I think it's so weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's what's intriguing about it. It's something that I want to try at least once. So, Ronnie, thank you for that, and that's how we get things going, right? Ronnie says I got my wife to subscribe to. Some people are, I don't want to say opposed, but they're like, well, don't subscribe if you're not going to watch the videos. And I understand the point about that, but I think there's some validity to, if you have a certain number of subscribers, if I'm going to subscribe to somebody and I see like, oh, they have X thousand subscribers, I'm like, okay, well, there's a lot of people that like what they're talking about. So if I'm, leaning towards subscribing or not subscribing, just the sheer number of subscribers can kind of validate, I guess, some people. So I think there's some value in any subscriber, even if you're not going to watch the videos all the time. But certainly watching the videos helps out a lot. And Ronnie says, I'm getting her to watch you. Well, I appreciate that, Ronnie. And if we can get a few more to watch us over the coming years, and that's the goal, is to get bigger and better and improve as we go along. We talked about Derek from Island Tom. We call that our brother channel. We kind of started roughly about the same time. Derek started a couple months before me, maybe 3 months or so. And he has all the analytics down and the YouTube algorithms. And I mean, he knows all that computer stuff. That's kind of the line of work that he's in. So I always say like he's a YouTube prodigy, and he's up to, I mean, he's pushing 15,000 subscribers. I think 14 for sure. I think he's 13 in the high 13s. So we might be 14 on this particular cruise. But yeah, every little bit helps. And I tell you what, I'm proud of those 2,000. I know we just got Bruce from Ocean to Ocean Travel. His show comes on right after mine, and you may recognize that name. He's been on the show several times. He says, sorry, I wasn't able to join you dealing with a windstorm and trying to get everything ready for a live in a few minutes. Yeah, right after my show, Ocean to Ocean Travel, and then not 2TO, but the actual number 2, they're going on at 8. So yeah, they do a lot of fun stuff, like little games and things like that. I'm going to have to start incorporating that into my shows, because I think that would be fun. Look at this. We got Lido Tito. If all goes well,
Tito.
We'll be having some Tito with Lido Tito tomorrow. But yeah, Lido Tito is here. And yeah, just saying hi to Sandra. And let's see here. Yeah, so we put you on TV so both can watch. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tim says we put you on the TV so we can both watch at the same time. Appreciate that, Tim. And hello, Cheryl, since you're both watching at the same time. Cheryl is the wife to Tim. And Fireball is saying hi to Lido. And Christy is saying, hey, Lido, too. So, yeah, Fireball, Steve, Lido, Tito, myself, Derek, Rachel, Amanda.
So much fun.
Will G. Several other people are supposed to be on that cruise tomorrow. I'm forgetting a couple people. Christy. Who am I forgetting, guys? Michelle Usnavi. I think I named most of the group. But yeah, Lido, Tito, Fireball, Steve, throw in a couple names left. Selena, several people going on that cruise tomorrow. Anita, of course, myself. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If all goes well, we can get on our flight. We will be there about 3:30 tomorrow. I thought I said Christy, but yeah, Christy too. So real quick, because we only have 8 minutes left, I was kind of hoping that we were going to get this shirt away. Yoli was the last super chat, and we are up to number 73. So if we get 27 more in super chats before the hour is up, then we will do the drawing for that next shirt. And like I said, I'm going to have to put a new shirt order in because they're flying off the shelves, so to speak. I literally have an empty shelf up there, and normally the shelves are packed with shirts. So it's a good problem to have, but yeah, anybody that wants to get in the super chat drawing, like I said, we have less than 8 minutes to go. And if we have 27 more worth of super chats, we are going to do that drawing.
Well, hey, when you reorder shirts, make sure you order some more pink.
More pink. Okay. You know what? Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to do that. I still have 2 pink small. Anybody that wants a pink small?
Yeah, I just have to lose like 40 pounds.
Well, you never know.
I will take a medium. I am a medium.
Right? That's about how many pounds I would like to lose right now.
Oh, me too, but well, I have until summer.
You look fabulous.
It gets a lot tougher when you get older, right? Every year of age, it seems like that much harder to lose weight. And I swear, just recently, I was working out to get ready for this cruise, and I'd lost some weight. Was feeling good. End of my school week, my department says, "Oh, let's do a potluck and everything." And this buddy of mine's in the department's wife makes great lasagna. So lasagna, garlic bread, all the carbs you can handle. And of course, I threw down. I kid you not. I kid you not. I mean, the scale and people can talk about water weight and, oh, you didn't gain that much weight. I gained 8 pounds in one day.
Really good.
I mean, I did not eat 8 pounds worth of lasagna. I promise that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is about my body and carbs. But if I so much look at a carb, it like multiplies times 10 the calories or the weight or something. So like all the weight that I had lost, I gained all that back. So like all I've had today was some turkey and a little bit of ham, and then I'm drinking my calories now in the form of alcohol. But that's it. That's all today. So
I'm
no
gonna have some more
carbs.
ham.
Well, I've been on a soup diet for 2 days.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Lido Tito says we'll go to the gym twice a day. Okay, I'm gonna have to believe. I'm gonna have to see that
Okay.
part to believe it. If I can
I'll
get there
FaceTime you
once
from
a day,
from the gym.
if I can get there once a day, I'll be proud of myself, Lido. So, yeah, you let me know. If we'll try to make it together. Once a day would be
He laughs.
would be good.
We'll make it
Yeah,
together.
and I normally do try to get to the gym, but yeah, it's not easy. Oh, and now the joke comes. There's now that's the
Bring it.
punchline. As long as they rename the bar the gym.
We'll be there.
That's right.
Well, the only part that's not believable about that, Lido, is I'm going to be hitting that gym more than twice a day. That's for sure. I got 15 drinks, so unless I'm just sitting at the bar for about 7 drinks and then 8 drinks at a time, I'm going to definitely be visiting more than 2. So, all right, everybody, we are starting to wind down. We only have about 4 minutes left. I think I covered everything. One thing I touched on it, but didn't really talk much about it. We have a massive bar crawl, at least for the first leg, the New Year's Eve cruise, December 30th on the Carnival Breeze. We have about 90 people signed up or interested in doing the bar crawl. I think that's where most of the shirts have gone that people have purchased. A lot of people I shipped them to, but now the shirts that people are requesting I have to deliver because obviously they wouldn't make it through the mail in time. But that's going to be a lot of fun, that very first bar crawl. For those people that haven't been on a bar crawl before, I know not everybody out there is a drinker, but you don't have to drink at every bar. You don't have to drink at any bar. We've actually had people participate that don't drink it at all. They just like to go around and watch everybody else get drunk or get silly or whatever. And we got Fireball Steve jumping in here, 74 through 78 Fireball. Let me write that down. So yeah, 22 to go. If we get 22 more in the next few minutes here, we will do the shirt drawing today. Real quick on those super chats. If we don't ever get to 100, again, your numbers carry over to the following week. I might do a live tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to take this list with me and just send you all a shirt after the fact if we don't make it today. Mark just made it. What's up, Mark? Christy says, I hope you all have a fantastic cruise, and I can't wait to see the pictures and videos. I'm excited about the pictures and videos myself, Christy. Lido Tito. All right, well, we might make that 100. Look at this. All right, Lido Tito is 79 through 88. So we are only 12 away. He says, congrats on 2,000 plus. So we are over 2,000 now.
Nice.
Yeah. Ronnie, thanks for all you do. Get Lido back up there. So if we get 12 more in super chats in the next couple minutes here, we'll do that drawing today. I might stay on for just a couple more minutes because still got to talk about the bar crawl. So how the bar crawl works, for those of you that haven't done it or those of you that will do it in the future, look at that. My sister made an appearance. I've seen her in the chat maybe once in all the times.
Wendy.
Just saw her yesterday, but that is my sister, everybody. And she made it to the tail end. So yeah, that's my sister. If you didn't know, so Wendy Steffen. Good to see you, Wendy. And let me widen the screen because I know she loves Sadie. There she is. Here's Sadie. Say hi to. Oh, and you know what? We got to give a treat here because Lido Tito did a $10 super chat. So high five for Lido Tito and go eat your treat. All right. So and Wendy says, hey, Sandra.
Yeah.
How the bar crawls work. We meet up usually at the Atrium Bar lobby, at least on a Carnival ship. And basically we kind of coordinate everybody. We give, because people will trickle in, some people will be 15 minutes early. Some people will be 5 minutes late. So, we give everybody a chance that comes there. And then we normally have some party favors. Now, this on December 30th, Island Time is co-hosting this particular bar crawl. January 4th, I'm doing that one by myself because I'm doing 2 mini cruises back to back. But we pass out some free party favors. Now, not every bar crawl you go to is going to have free party, favors, but bars do. So, for example, in my suitcase, I have 200 Lays packed. And let me tell you, it was tough getting that suitcase closed with 200 Lays. How I did it. And then, some other little party favors. I'll have some buttons and things. And I know Derek had a bunch of party favors the last bar crawl we hosted together. So I'm guessing I'll have something to give out to everybody. And then, a lot of people purchase shirts. You don't have to purchase shirts, but you can. And that makes it a little more fun. So, we're walking around kind of looking like one big group. And then we go to like 7 different bars. So on this particular cruise, we're going to start in the atrium lobby. We're going to hit the casino bar. We're going to hit the Red Frog pub. We're going to go up to the Lido deck. We're going to hit the Tides bar at the back of the ship. We'll hit the Blue Iguana on the Lido deck bar. We'll hit the Red Frog bar also on the Lido deck. That's 6 bars already. And then by the time we reach that point in the day, the Alchemy bar will have opened, and we are just going to flood the Alchemy bar. We are absolutely going to pack the place. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Alchemy bar, they handcraft their drinks. So it takes a while to get your drinks. But I figure that's a good place to end, because at that point, everybody's had probably 6 drinks if they've done a drink at every place. So maybe they need to pump the brakes and drink a little water so they can wait a while for that last drink. But at that point, everybody's feeling good and partying and just having a good time. Look at that. We have Josh jumping in at home. He was on the road, and glad you guys made it home safe and all that. Tim says the boss is in the house. I think he's talking about you. Are you the boss? I don't think so. She thinks she's the boss. That's why she's scratching my arm up. Christy, thank you for that. Oh, look at this. Jennifer, we might make it here. Look at this. Let's see. We are 89 to 98. That is Jennifer Ryan. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so check this out. We will stay on. We only need $2 worth of super chat, and we will do the drawing. So the next person that puts a $2 or more super chat. What is going on, Jen? Nice to see you. And so the super chats. Again, let me go through the super chats, because, like I say, the next $2 super chat will do the drawing for the shirt today. We have Tex with numbers 1 and 2. Derek from Island Time has numbers 3 through 12. Rick has numbers 13 through 17. Frankie has number 18 and 19. Tim G, 20 through 29. Frankie again, numbers 30 and 31. Christy has numbers 32 through 41. Tim G again, 42 through 53. Yoli has numbers 54 through 73. Fireball Steve, 74 through 78. Lido Tito, 79 through 88. And Jen has just got numbers 89 through 98. And look at that. Tim G has rounded it off. He is 99 and 100. Thank you for that, Tim. So now we can do the drawing. Absolutely, Tim.
And take a shot.
Well, you know what? I will take a shot just because. Oh, wow. Look at that. And we're at 2005 already. Well,
nice.
Wait. We'll see who won. Okay. So here we go. Siri, give me a random number 1 through 100. The number is 60. Hopefully everybody can see that. The number is 60. So let's see who number 60 is. Oh, look at that. It is Yoli. Yoli has numbers 54 through 73. So she is number 60. So Yoli, I think I have your address, but message me again your address. But thank you to everybody that did the super chat. And again, sincere sincere thank you, for getting us over 2,000. Now we're at 2,005. We're only 18 away from our second goal, which is to hit 2023 before the year 2023. I think we can definitely get that. We still have a few days to get there, and yeah, that is it. We went just 5 minutes over. It's a big show when Anita shows up. So we got Sadie in the middle there, and Anita, and yeah, thanks for Sadie. Thanks everybody that hooked her up with the treat. And I thank all of you for the supporters, for the shots. And you know what? Let me do a shot to all of you. This is a cheers to everybody that supported the channel and watched, and all the new subscribers that will be coming on in the future.
Here, let me touch it.
Yeah. Are you going to do one? Go ahead. Oh, look at that. Oh, you got.
Way to go, Anita.
Out of Anita. But for everybody else,
Cheers.
thank you so much. And I might go live tomorrow. I don't know when my lives are going to be, with the Wi-Fi situation and everything on the ship, but I'll try to go live as much as possible on the breeze. I'll try to give some forewarning tomorrow, for example. When we hook up with the group, if I can go live on my phone, I will, just to kind of show the party atmosphere if it's a bunch of fun, and we'll try to bring you into the fun if we can. So be on the lookout for that. If you're not already on the Facebook group, Coach Cruz on Facebook, just like Coach Cruz on YouTube, we are in the teens. We are the teens away from hitting 1,000 on that group. And then that'll be pretty much everything, every social media platform out there will be 1,000 or more. So we'd like to do that. So thanks again, everybody.
Night.
And again, thank you so much for getting us over our first goal of 2,000. And we're on our way to 2023 before 2023. We'll see you all soon. Thanks again. Everybody have a great night.
All right.
Great week.
Bye, guys.
Take care.